Roman Reigns' historic title reign has come to an end after 1,316 days. So what's next for him, and what did WrestleMania 40 accomplish? Starting with Night 1's main event, WWE went into the match labeling it as the biggest tag team match of all time, due to the star power and because of the heavy implication of the match that it had on the Night 2 main event. It was The Rock's first full-length match since WrestleMania 29 against John Cena in 2013. A big question fans had coming into the match was the question of wondering how The Rock would look and perform at this stage and age of his career. He hasn't performed on a stage like this in over 11 years, so there was a lot of concern there. But The Rock absolutely delivered with his performance, and performed spectacularly for a man that hasn't done this in over a decade. But getting back to the storyline implications of Night 1, The Rock and Roman Reigns were able to pull it together and defeat Cody and Seth. The finish of the match saw The Rock hit all of his signature and finishing moves on Cody Rhodes and pin him cleanly in the middle of the ring for the 3 count. So The Rock pinning Cody Rhodes, the Bloodline gets their wish of Night 2's main event following Bloodline rules. And it was basically in this exact moment where fans figured that Cody Rhodes was undoubtedly winning the WWE Championship the following night, because they laid it on really thick that Cody's got no hope. It's Bloodline rules, so it was over. They even had Cody Rhodes sit down in the middle of the ring and recreate his WrestleMania 39 moment of when he was sitting there looking all defeated while Roman celebrated on the ramp. Cody did the exact same thing this time around while Roman and Rock celebrated on the ramp. So they were really just trying to make you think that all hope was truly lost. Even in the Night 1 press conference, The Rock seemed very confident in Roman retaining the title, since the Bloodline had some tricks up their sleeve. So we get to the main event of Night 2, and it was non-stop big moment after big moment, with lots of these loose ends to multiple storylines being tied up within this match. After Roman and Cody went back and forth for a while, the Bloodline eventually started to play their usual games of outside interference. Jimmy Uso came out to try and help Roman Reigns, but out came Jey Uso to cancel out Jimmy Uso. Jey speared Jimmy off the ramp and into the tables to fully take out Jimmy for good. Then we saw the recreation of WrestleMania 39's finish, but with a remixed outcome. Cody hits Roman with 2 crossroads and then starts panicking and looking around before delivering the third one. This is a direct callback to WrestleMania 39 where Cody Rhodes was about to hit Roman with a 3 crossroads and win the match. But Solo Sikoa appeared moments before that third one took place to basically win the match for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39. So Cody looks around and makes sure that the coast is clear, but turns out his paranoia was right. Solo Sikoa was right there to spike him and help Roman. Roman and Solo even hit Cody with their spike and spear combo, but Cody kicked out. And right as they're about to continue punishing Cody, John Cena makes a surprise appearance to confront Solo Sikoa. This is a callback in connection to Crown Jewel 2023, where Solo Sikoa completely destroyed and humiliated John Cena in that matchup. So Cena running out to cancel out Solo Sikoa is a nice way to tie up that loose end of Cena getting destroyed by Solo back then. And then, at the same time, Cena also delivered an attitude adjustment to Roman Reigns, which you can definitely say Cena had a reason to attack him due to their 2021 feud and their few run-ins with each other in 2023. And then The Rock comes out to cancel out John Cena. The Rock and John Cena's face-off ties back to their feuds from 2012 and 2013. The Rock and John Cena faced each other in the main event of WrestleMania for 2 consecutive years in a row, which ended with Cena defeating The Rock for the WWE title. So over a decade later, The Rock finally got payback on John Cena for that 2013 loss, and also canceled out Cena from causing any more interference. The Shield's music played, and out comes Seth Rollins in full Shield gear and music to try to take out The Rock for Cody Rhodes. Seth did promise Cody that he would be his shield, and Seth literally delivered on that promise. But Seth doesn't get to do much and gets taken out right away by Roman. Now, obviously, someone had to cancel out The Rock. A lot of fans thought it would be Stone Cold Steve Austin, since he has a lot to do with WrestleMania history with The Rock. But it ended up being The Undertaker, who also has history with The Rock, so that makes sense. So it was just a non-stop chaotic sequence of so many big returns and surprise appearances of superstars trying to cancel out each other of the picture to try and play a role in the ultimate outcome of the match. A lot of fans are even calling the closing moments of this match WWE's equivalent to Marvel's Endgame film, since the film featured so many heroes coming together to take down a massive villain. And after all that chaos was over, we get possibly the most beautiful piece of storytelling that goes deep into Roman Reigns' head as a character. Roman is the first one back up to his feet, and he grabs the same chair Seth brought into the fold. He has the choice to either hit Cody Rhodes with the chair or hit Seth Rollins, and Roman selects to hit Seth Rollins. It should go without saying, but that's obviously a full circle moment to Seth's Shield betrayal that took place 10 years ago in 2014. Seth Rollins left the Shield in 2014 by taking a chair and smashing it in Roman's back, causing Roman to collapse in between the ropes. That forever stung Roman Reigns, and even despite the historical Tribal Chief era and everything that Roman has accomplished since then, that specific moment, that pain of betrayal, and that grudge was something that Roman never got over. So when presented with the choice of potentially continuing his reign or getting payback on Seth Rollins for the Shield's betrayal, Roman selected payback on Seth Rollins, and that led to Cody Rhodes capitalizing for the historic win. And Seth completely knew what he was doing too. He didn't just wear the Shield gear and come out there with music for giggles and nostalgia. Seth did it because the chair being in the ring and Roman seeing Seth in his Shield ring gear will trigger that trauma in Roman's brain to momentarily throw him off his game, and it worked. And credit to Seth Rollins as well, because once he was hit with the chair from Roman, he perfectly fell and mimicked how Roman fell during that moment back in 2014, making this 2024 moment that much more perfect and meaningful. So the biggest question is, what's next for Roman Reigns? Triple H teased at the press conference that this isn't the end of Roman Reigns, and how he feels like the upcoming journey and story for Roman will be the biggest thing ever. Triple H didn't elaborate, but we can definitely speculate. Roman has absolutely embarrassed and humiliated himself and his family. They won on night one, they got their Bloodline rules stipulation, and they somehow blew it and lost the title. Maybe they're all to blame, maybe it wasn't the best plan to come out one by one, but either way, the blame falls on Roman's lap. So now, will The Rock really lose it and become frustrated with Roman? The Rock kept his promise and his side of the deal. He beat Cody down and successfully pinned him. It was Roman who couldn't get the job done and couldn't do the same thing that The Rock did of pinning Cody. So now, The Rock is embarrassed for the family. He hates the fact that Cody's champion, and with Roman losing the title, The Rock has to be furious that his plans for the biggest match ever against Roman is ruined and will no longer involve the WWE title. So the turnout of these events basically put The Rock in the driver's seat to come after Cody Rhodes. The Rock pinned Cody Rhodes on night one, so he has that win over Cody's head, and he has the motive of needing to bring the title back to his family so he can have his big dream match against Roman Reigns, setting up the perfect story for Cody Rhodes versus The Rock. But it may be a while before we really see that again, because The Rock is rumored to be leaving WWE again in early May and allegedly won't be free until August. But in a perfect world, it does make sense for The Rock to come after Cody Rhodes. The Rock calls himself the final boss. So maybe now that Cody has gone through Roman, he now has to get through the final boss of the Bloodline. So the possibilities are endless, but hopefully we do get to see something like The Rock versus Cody Rhodes. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.